Daydream. It's time for my annual VOD review. So this is in Open Division Daydream versus Belu-Gods. Yeah. So you can't hear your shot calling and just the game audio because mic's being really weird. So first of all, well, you're gonna put Nerf May on Winston. Excuse me. Overall, this is a good looking comp. You have um, uh, just Farm Mercy, which is always going to be strong, and then a Moira for the heals of the team, which is smart. So one thing that should be noted here is that yeah, Butsy and Sombra doesn't get any benefit from Pate being on Mercy because, well, you're not gonna damage boost the Sombra and because she's gonna be away not like 90% of the time. So I think since you're running the Mercy for the Far Mercy, you should there's a good possibility that you'll get more value by running Butsy on something else. Um, I'm not sure about your hair pool, but still, it's gonna be less effective. You're just gonna because when Shiny dies and Pate isn't in position to res him, or you're in a situation where Shiny can't reach him, or you're not. You should be with as Mercy used to be with Pharah all the time, but you can't. So in order to still have more value, you could run Butsy on something else, say Tracer, or just maybe Widowmaker or something. Just hit scan DPS, so you can hit scan would be useful in general because they're also going to run Pharah, so that's useful. So McCree or Soldier, but they would also benefit from Pate being on Mercy, and also a little more from Smoochen being on Smoochen, or I don't know how to pronounce it. I think Smoochen. So, with Smoochen being on Moira. So okay, so yeah. Kia and but they already call out that they are far, so that's smart. So you're eight seconds into the game, so you still have time for Butsy to switch to hit scan, which again I'm not sure about your hero pool, but if you do have say McCree or Soldier in your hero pool, you could just um, translocate back to spawn, and yeah, that's something you should do in general. Just when the game starts, throw translocator down, and when say they have like a McCree Brigade, McCree Brick, Winston, Diva, Lucio Zen, or Ana, then you're basically useless as Sombra, especially against McCree. So in order to prevent this, you can keep your translocator at spawn, just run out, and when you see you need to switch, you can switch easily. Okay, it's smart by Shiny to not just focus on Farah, and especially in the early parts of the game because the Farah isn't too big of a threat so far, and but you can pour down some damage. So it's smart to immediately retreat to go for the point, which Kia also calls out, and then as well just trying to farm ult charge instead of kills. Well, it's back to my previous comment. It's smart to go for kills in this phase, but still, it would also be effective to go for ult charge when kills are near impossible. Also good by Butsy calling out what the enemy's comp is. Yeah, they have Tracer, everyone says. So Tracer isn't a threat at all against your comp because like it's the biggest threat to Smoochin on the Moira, and even that's not a threat. And Kia and Nerf May on the tanks, but still, your Tracer shouldn't. So you know that the Tracer can't do shit against you. So you need to try and avoid taking too much time targeting the Tracer because she isn't as much of a threat as say the Pharah is or the tanks of the enemies are, or solo tank as they're running only ball. So now you've noticed their comp. It would really benefit from McCree because here McCree counters Pharah, Mercy, Wrecking Ball, and Sombra, and also Tracer a little bit. And then he's not countered by Zen, he's just sort of neutral against Zen. So if you can pour enough resources into McCree, you can just carry this fight. So it's what's you might have not noticed this because you immediately went to point, but this is really smart because your enemies are running a ball comp, and they have no one to contest the point, especially when there's a Winston and Diva there, as well as Shiny being able to shoot onto the point. So they literally cannot keep the points because they'll get melted. They don't have a Winston bubble. They don't have a defense matrix. So this is really smart. Okay, so Butsy says they have Sombra and a Hammond on me. So yeah, she's being targeted because I have no idea why she's being targeted actually. Well, since she's being targeted, you should try and either first of all, Butsy, you should maybe switch to McCree, as I previously said. It's not too big of a deal. You can still win this. You win this. So, but since you're being targeted, you should try and notice this and be sure to always have a translocator up and don't play too aggressive. So you go down, which is unfortunate. You say all of them are on me. Yeah, they're targeting you. It's smart from the rest of the team to not engage too much onto your attackers because yeah, sure, you're reported, but is it really going to be worth it to invest all of your resources into Butsy, who only really realistically is only going to be a big threat to their support lines and the Wrecking Ball, because Far is just going to be able to fly away. It's very rare to hack the other Sombra, and Tracer is also, yeah, you're both annoying to each other, but there's a really small chance you're going to kill either one. So yeah, it's good that you don't invest too many resources into it. So okay, you find that they're engaging. So it's smart that you the Kia and Smoochin call out that they're engaging. Yes, Smoochin said on left, which they aren't, but it doesn't really matter. Kia says that Hammond is coming to point. If you look at this right here, you see Tracer engaging right now, but Kia and Nerf May and Shiny and Pace have a good angle onto the Wrecking Ball. So yeah, he's not really a threat right now, and so and right now their ball is out of position. You have a Winston and a Diva and a pocketed Farah going for the wrecking ball. So you should hard engage on this wrecking ball because then they don't have any tanks, and you should be able to fairly easily clean up the tracer. So, but this tracer is going for Pate and Shiny. So there's two options for you to do: either call for help or flee. So yeah, it's smart by their tracer because their tracer is gonna try to distract you and try and maybe get Nerf May or Kia to help you so Wrecking Ball can flee. And so the smartest thing to do right here is don't give any attention to the tracer. She's not a threat. She does have Harmony Orb, so it's harder to kill her. But hard engage on his Wrecking Ball, then go for tracer. Okay, so Shiny does go for a tracer, which I think it's personally smarter to just hard engage on Wrecking Ball, as I said. But this tracer is now out of position. You can boop her. You can just annoy her with rockets. You have Pate still behind you. Okay, so the other Farah comes in, and they don't have the Mercy with him, which means danger for on the point, which is Mercy's on point. You got a good direct hit onto the Farah, which means she has to flee, and at this point you're probably better off getting either Pay to Battle Mercy or Smooching to go for a orb or just zap all her life energy out of her body. It's really dark. And then just engage onto the point. So this is the problem right here. Everyone came to the rescue of the Wrecking Ball, and this led to Kia being demacked and Rob or Nerf May dying. So what you should do is just you've already lost them, and which means there's a big threat on the point because there's definitely a Zen and a Sombra and a Wrecking Ball, and there's also a good chance that there's also a Mercy and a Tracer. Everyone who isn't here is Pate, the dead people, Shiny, and therefore, which means they're at a big advantage. The only I think Butsy may be back. I'm not even sure, but right now the only people really contesting them is Smoochin. So you should. This is a problem because you have two threats, one outside and one inside, and the inside threat is currently bigger, but it's also quite hard to win that threat. But since you still have a Pate on full HP, and you have Smoochin inside, so if Shiny and it's gonna be really hard to finish off this far because she's annoying, and then you're probably better off just going inside with Pate and Smoochin. Just stall as long as you can. Wait for Butsy to get back. Wait for Kia to get protect Kia at all costs so she can get her mech back, and then try and win this fight without Nerf May. Because remember, Tracer's not gonna do anything. Balls should already be low. Farah is really low. You should be able to get an advantage by just trying to stall as long as possible on point because you already had to cap, so you're gaining a percentage. So Baby Kia dies, isn't really a problem. This is a good boop from Shiny. So this is good by Butsy and Kia there. So Butsy is just keeping everyone just telling what's happening, and Kia calls for a retreat, but it's winnable all of a sudden. So I don't like this card by Kia and you can't, because she says focus Mercy, but currently on the point is who are the best characters right now to focus Mercy? It's Smoochen, it's Butsy, and it's Kia herself. So, well, Butsy's on point. Smoochen is, I don't know. Shiny can try to focus Mercy, but it's gonna be really hard. So killing Mercy is probably the hardest job remaining right now. So yeah, that's quite a wrong call. So this is good. Shiny gets turns around, gets on the point, and kills Wrecking Ball. This is important. Now you can get Mercy because she's not with her Farah anymore. So you lost Plate, which sucks. Still winnable. Smooching is there. Yeah, Smooching finish off the Mercy. Keep on contesting the point. Really good hack by Butsy, and you should be able to finish off the Fari. Okay, so this is a problem. Farah's hacked. She can't do shit. And she still got Butsy, which means you should have hard engaged on Farah when she was hacked. Which you do a little too late. Kia and Bruh, or Nerf May. Okay. It's fine. Okay, this is a bad coalescence. I was gonna say a good one because you were. It seemed like you were in a good position to do this, but then you die. You don't have too much HP, and you don't have Pates near you to heal you up. Well, coalescence does a lot of beginning healing, but when there's a Wrecking Ball, which just gets rid of all the healing by just firing in your face, and then there's a Zen who's gonna snipe you. So, and there's no Broad just nerf Sid just got here, and Kia isn't. So you're it would be a good it was a good position to use your ult, but it wasn't the right timing because you were alone and you were about to die. Well, so this doesn't really matter because it's a shit ult anyway. But so you could have got more value out of it than you had right now. So this is okay. They did something really smart. They went for McCree. Now both of your supports are dead, so you should try and go full protection mode, which you do. Shiny stays inside the bubble. You can you're probably better off stalling for percentage and maybe getting some ult charge, because it's really hard to win this battle because they're not going to be back. So yeah, Butsy calls out stall, I think, if I didn't misheard. Misheard. Stall point, yeah. So you've lost Brawl as well, so it's just Kia, Butsy, and Shiny. So yeah. So there's now you do get Zen, which is good. So Butsy calls out she has EMP. You lose the Mac, you do Shiny. So Kia says their Hammond's really good, which makes sense. I didn't see any of it because there can only be one great Hammond. May not be me, but so you know this. You should. Hammond was mostly away from Shiny, so I didn't see most like any of it. But if you know this, you should. You shouldn't focus him because that's what he wants. He wants attention, and he wants to mess you up and kill you. So you should try and avoid giving him attention and just using doing one of two things. It's really easy. Just hack him. So Kia get behind Butsy, defense matrix. She gets the hack onto Wrecking Ball. Wrecking Ball is useless for the next 10 seconds because he can't set up an engage and he just can't do anything for 6 seconds. So or alternatively, wait for him to engage and then protect him. Or third option, uh, Nerf May can also use bubble to allow for a hack, and yeah, just wait for him to gauge and protect him. Because if you're gonna chase him, you're gonna use research. You're gonna be away from the point. You're gonna maybe use an ultimate. It's just too high risk for a too low reward. It was really. And also hand this back in 15 seconds to the point, and um, everyone is gonna be back to the point in 20 seconds or more. And for people like Shiny or Butsy or Pate in some cases, it's gonna be even more. So uh, Butsy calls for EMP barrage, which is smart. What you say? McCree coming from side. Someone called. What? I'm very deaf. Sorry. They're running solo tank Hammond, by the way. Yeah, this is what I said. What Hammond wants is attention, and because attention leads him to get more shields, which and that means he takes resources from you and allows the rest of his team, his Sombra, his McCree, and Farah to get kills onto you. So don't give him attention. That's what he wants. He's a little bully. Okay, so you're discorded, which makes Shiny, so it's smart to wait. So you spot Farah, you're both unpocketed, which means this is basically useless. Never mind, you got a nice hit. So Kia gets the mech. I'm not sure where everyone is. So to try and avoid this, here one big thing I can see right now is that they have more DPS heroes, and you only have two. And Sombra is even debatable to be a DPS hero. But since Shiny is busy trying to 1v1 the other far on the other side of the world, and Butsy is here. She's not with her team. They out DPS you right now, which means I think it would be better for Shiny to stay close to the team and um, prevent Kia from losing her mech. We know you're out of mech, but good for calling it. Okay, so Wrecking Ball is engaging. There's throw as much damage into his ass as possible. That sounds really gross, actually, but just throw as much damage into him as you can without using resources. So don't use your jump pack to get over here. Don't use your micro missiles. Just shoot him and make sure he goes away. And don't chase him. Don't use ultimates on him. Definitely not. Don't go for cooldowns. Yeah, just force him away. Okay, so uh, uh, he calls out the Hamilton on Mercy. Mercy's low, so I think the biggest thing you could have done here. I'm pretty sure that, well, first of all, if Shine would have been there, Kia would have been demeched, and Kia could have defense matrix. But also, here, when Wrecking Ball gauges, you can barely see a Smoochin fading, I believe. And if you would have kept it that fade, gone back to Pate and healed him up, you would have been able to survive. So you lose Pate. Yeah, Pate, which sucks. Okay. Not a fan of this. You were already down to Mech, you were down to Mercy, you were down to Winston. And I'm pretty sure Butsy didn't use EMP, and so you could have used EMP and Barrage together. Okay, so yeah, you're down a lot, but he still has EMP. Not a fan of this EMP. Okay, well, you're switching, so okay. I do like the switch into Tracer because uh, you have a good shot. You need make their uh, actually no, never mind. I don't like the switch into Tracer because it depends on what the team does else. But you do pretty good against Ball and really good against Zen and Mercy, but you lose the ability to contest Farah even remotely, except maybe Kia. But that's 5 seconds cooldown, and that's just for 1 second. So well, you have the ability to contest 24/7. So you lose that, and that means Farah is gonna be able to pop off against you, and also you now have a Reinhardt, which was really weak against Farah. So unless Butsy goes like a hit scan or something, or you go hit scan. Oh no. Okay. Excuse me. This is a really weird comp. To be honest, not too big of a fan of it. I still like the Sombra, and your a half of yours is a screaming brawl, and the other half is screaming dive. And well, two Shiny and Plate really want to dive. These heroes do. Then Nerf May and Smoochen want to brawl, and then Kia and Batsy can do either. So that really doesn't matter. But still, you should try and either switch to a more brawly comp or to a more divey comp. So go more towards goats or go more towards just stay in Winston and then maybe run like instead of Smoosh and Mora because you're not running far again. So it's going to be on the ground, which means you could run Smoochin on say um, Zen, just Zen, or even potentially Lucio or Ana. Still, Zen and Winston would have been better because Reinhardt isn't gonna do anything besides getting fucked. Basically, you're gonna get hacked, you're gonna get stunned, you're gonna be XCC, and you're not gonna like it. So it's smart that Butsy and Kia have coordinated and a ultimate combination, and they're actually so Butsy's being out here invisible to scout where to put it. So that's really smart. Okay, this is what I meant by Brock getting fucked, and then also Shiny and Butsy going down. Yeah, this is what I want. McCree swap. And back to this. This is really good. This is like you're listening to me. Okay, this is a bad stack kill for Smoochin. Smoochin. This sucks. Yeah, smart thing to say, cunt. Cunty. Ooh, ooh. So you're gonna have. She says, "Don't." We're just getting staggered right now, which makes sense. So Smoochin, when you're alone, just jump off or feed your ass into the enemy. But I do really like this comp right now. You have a McCree to counter literally everyone. You have Sombra. You have Winston back. Okay, so Shiny, you're getting wrecked right now, and yes, that's good by Kia and pay to back you up. Okay, so this is really unlucky. Um, you EMP, you want a bomb, and then you just get rolled by Farah. Okay, this sucks because she had bomb. Okay, this sucks a lot because she had bomb, and that if you wanted to win this game, that was it. They don't have a shield tank, so yeah, this really sucks. Feels bad, man. Okay, uh, that's good. Going calling goats for control center. That's really good there. It I wouldn't say it went horrible. I mean, it went decent, but there's a lot of composition. Yeah, compositional mistakes, as Shani says. Yeah, that and also I would have liked the McCree switch earlier. Okay, so you say Sombra there, which means I think it's basically due to Kia normally plays with Young, and then they would stay together more. But uh, like um, okay, he's back. So when they are playing together, they're just they have more synergy together, and they stay together more. Uh, so I can speak right now. So Nerf Mate doesn't get hacked as much because Kia can just shut that down. Okay, this sucks. Kill God's forehead. But he says Zen or Mura doesn't matter. I disagree. Um, yeah, it doesn't matter when you're like not well. Um, they both make goats, but in this case, you'd rather have a Moira because first of all, Smoochen's Moira is better than his Zen because he's a EU player. So literally every EU player has a better Moira than Zen, and it's just how logics work. And if they're gonna run ball again, you have a better shot with Moira because Moira doesn't get fucked as much by ball as Zen does. Okay, so you do eventually go Zen. I mean, I personally like Moira more here because first of all, you have especially in the small corridors, like behind what's it called, just on the side of the point, you have a good space to put your balls. Shit. Um, and you're probably a better Moira than your Zen. Not being mean to your Zen, but your Moira was pretty decent last round. And if they're running also running Zen goats, you'd win Zen, but you'd still be able to win as Moira. Like, it's just a really really small difference. But if they're running literally anything else than Zengoats, you'd win the ball and Moira, because if they're running ball, Zen's gonna get destroyed. Brig is pretty good. Okay, Butsy says Brig is cute. I agree. I have seen. I know same. Okay, so Kia calls out they're also running goats, which means Zen is in literally every case the better choice. So this is good. Your Shiny is already at somewhat decent energy, and he still has another bubble to use. Their Ryan's low. You're hard engaging on this. This is really good. Don't feed the sorry, please. Yeah. So that says Kia, which makes sense because Butts is already on half HP. Pate just took a secondary fire. So, to worry, watch out for this. Okay, yeah, you kept first. Butsy is really low. You can see right here, Butsy has like 30 HP. So, unfortunately, Shiny bubbled Nerf May, which sucks. Like, the only thing that could happen right now is it's just defense matrix and try and it's on Kia right now, or and slightly on Spade. You can just displace the Rhine and defense matrix, but see, and she can stay alive, or they're stupid and disengage, which is really lucky. So wasted shadow, that sucks. Good calling on low by Kia, but you lose Nerf May because of the sort of weird rotation by Shiny and Kia. Kia flies into the brick, which is smart because she noticed the brick is low, but this leaves and so it's kind of a misplay on the both of you because Shiny goes there with which makes sense to kill the brick, but you're needed on the actual battlefield, and so is Kia, which means and you should have told the only I like sort of like that you're engaging onto the brick who is out of position, but you should have at least told Nerf May because now he's just gonna be like, oh, I'm a macho, I'm just gonna swing my hammer into them and I'm gonna die because I don't have any protection by Kia or Shiny. So if you're gonna do something ballsy, just at least tell them. So you also lose Butsy. Okay, now it's stall time and ult time. So after all, sorry Smoochin for disrespecting you and saying you made a mistake by going Zen. Because it was actually pretty smart and it allowed you to get first cap, so that's good. So Kia is already really low because well firstly you're playing goats and they're all bloodthirsty. So whenever there's a 90-year-old small Korean girl out in the open, they're gonna try to kill her. So there's two things she could have done differently because she already losing a lot of HP. Yeah, like the supports are getting all charged, but the enemy are also getting all charged, and you already have Trance, and Lucio or you almost have Rally. I'm not sure about Lucio, but like he's not gonna get too much out of this. So Nerf May is playing too cowardly here. So he's literally in the plants. Here, this as well. If Nerf May was just there and Shiny pressed W once, he would be and then he would have been in front of the shield, and then pressed S twice. And then you're back behind shield. That would have helped, and then now you have a low shiny, and you have to invest the bubble into it. You have to invest matrix. You have to invest. Um, you just have to play around that, and that sucks. And then again, you should. Yeah, this was a little too aggressive play by Nerf May. I think also like there's nothing the rest of the team could really do for it. Maybe keep the armor pack, or like shiny keep a bubble, straight matrix it, or even like a trance or beat or a rally. But like this was just too aggressive, no matter what way you put it. Because Butsy tries to go behind it, she immediately goes back, and now you're gonna lose Nefri. It sucks. Okay, so while falling, you fall back pretty good, and like you lose Smoochen, which sort of sucks, but it's like 2 or 3 extra seconds, so it really doesn't matter, and you got a lot of ult charge. You got the Rhine low, yeah. Kia calls that. What's Kia? Yeah, it was Kia. Rhine's low, which is would be a yeah. It's just factual stuff, so I can't. It's not even remotely a mistake, but still, uh, you're supposed to be falling back, which you do, which is smart. Except for Butsy, but she can play that far because she is big. Then like yeah, it's smart to call that the Rhine's low, and there. It's also smart for Butsy and Pate and Shiny and Kia just to keep firing onto the enemy, and Smooch also to play far, because like you're gonna die, you're gonna respawn, because well you're gonna have to wait for Nerf May to get back as well. So you're gonna die. Then like when it doesn't take time off your clock at all, and when they get low, it just gets rid of spawn camp, which means it's smart. So here we go. What did Smooch say? We have our ults, guys. So like at this point, yeah, you have ults. You should what you should try to do is just what everyone in the Overwatch League tells you to do: engage with rally, throw out either a shatter or a graph bomb. Maybe use trance or beat to protect yourself. Then just win the fight. And then next fight start cycling those ults, especially the Zenyatta trance and the Lucio beat, because if you can use trance for fight 1, use beat fight 2, use trance fight 3, and then just keep on cycling those. If you can manage to do that, you should be able to win most fights. Kia also calls out the grab bomb. I muted the video. Okay. Okay, so Butsy rallies. Okay, you get they use every single ult. You beat, and then Kia's being a plat player again. Dies to bomb. Dies. Okay, they go for a big shatter. Okay, this sucks. You used 2 ults. but they also used all of their tank ults, and I think they might have also used their maybe used one of their support ults, like they should have. Like, okay, this sucks. We need to use ult after this scale, which makes a lot of sense. Smart. I use ult, said Butsy. Okay, come on. Okay, so shit. Like, what should do right now? Just get those ults out there. Just nerf may just freaking shit. I said a bad word. Frick. So just charge in, use graph, use bomb, use trance. Just obliterate them. Just go. Just win one fight, take the points, and then you were pretty decent at defending, and just win from there. Also, that was Dutch. It says my memory is almost full for my computer, so I need to hurry up a little. Kia says, try not to feed Zarya, makes sense. Okay, Smooch, you say their sentence discorded. I mean, you should try, that's good, and try to do that more, because I haven't heard it too much so far, and it's really important because it allows for team to choose who they push on. Okay, the D-Mac Diva, now Graph, you do great. This is great, and then throw in the bomb, go for a bash. You get Lucia, you get Diva D-Mac. So, the best thing you can do right now is just win the fight, cap point, and maybe force out an ult. Okay, you lose Nerf May, which sucks. Ryan's low, Kia says. You lose Butsy again, which really sucks. Just hard focus on right now, he's low, you can kill him. Okay, so if you look here, Briggs discorded, but Pate booped the Ryan. Ryan's super low. Kill Ryan. Okay, they remac and they throw in the graph. This sucks. Who's feeding his Zarya, says Kia. Yeah, makes sense. I haven't seen Shiny do it at least, so that's a plus point. I think you should. Yeah, she's right. You should try and avoid this because this really is dangerous. Just because you just got graphed back to back in the fight, and this sucks. And yeah, okay. Then just obliterate Shiny. Okay, so okay. Kia says she touch. She will. That's good. Okay. Okay. Why do you go on and overtime? I get that Anna is good in overtime with like nade and sleep darts, blah blah blah. But more is faster. You need speed. Okay, so you almost back up, but you get shattered. You get obliterated. Okay, this sucks. Okay, so Kia's still touching. She's gonna die. Okay. Okay, this is something that I it's just objectively wrong. Butsy said we should have stayed together. Kia says yeah, that's wrong. What you should have done, in my opinion, is send out Kia first. She goes onto the point. Butsy spams healing packs as much as she can. She stays back so she doesn't die. Kia stalls point. She dies, and then you stalled more a lot of point. Then Butsy goes in, stalls as much as she can. Kia stalls more because she also has the DMAC animation, blah blah. And she's also back faster. So like you could have stalled a little more. I don't think it would have helped. And then while you're stalling, you could have get either Shiny or Nerf Mate to go for like a hero pin or a hero rocket punch and just get a 3K and won, because if you would have stayed together, you would have both died, no matter what, and stalled less. So I disagree. Okay, so Kia says would have been able to win if you focused the Rhyme more, which I agree on. But I think the biggest problem right now is Nerf may playing really aggressive, and then on the other side, most of the team doesn't want that, except for Kia, who is playing aggressive on her own, and then and either of these things would work. Like uh, you have also, yeah, like you have the tank line playing really aggressive, but I guess it's just because Nerf Mate usually doesn't play. But Kia and Shiny work well together. They play aggressively, and then Nerf Mate also plays aggressively, but not with them. And then there's just Butsy being in the middle, and just Smooching and Pate being a little too far back, and this doesn't work well with the team. So that's my main thing. Also, focusing the Rhine would have helped, yeah, but I think, yeah, you should have definitely focused the Rhine more. I don't think that just hard focusing the Rhine would have changed this loss into a win. I do think it would have been way closer if you would have focused the Rhine more. But yeah, that's it. Bye. Daydream out. Deb.